Hey guys, Jana is here, and today we're going to review Iberostar Hotel. My first time here at this hotel chain of Iberostar resorts, and this is one of the three main properties that they have here in Jamaica. There are a total of three, and I will mention them later in the description because I still need to do my own research and I'm terrible with names. Anyways, from the 2 days of being here, here is the overall experience. Getting here from the airport was a little bit of a disaster because the buses that they use are very old and outdated. They smell really badly. Plus, the second we stepped out of the airport, somebody started selling us weed, and it was one of the employees of the company that was providing transportation, which is fine. We didn't mind at all because we did want weed, and if people don't know that people come to Jamaica for weed, I mean, they probably hate weed. So we got here and immediately, of course, got offered weed, which we ended up buying. Highly overpriced, by the way. Do not buy weed at the airport or from the transportation company. It's highly overpriced. Everyone on the beach will be offering you weed at much lower price, so don't rush it. The person who sold us weed, of course, was a very nice guy who drove us all the way from the airport to the hotel, and we were here 2 hours earlier than everyone else, so it kind of was worth it overpaying for our weed. But it was a little bit skittish to get into a car to a stranger who's driving you away from the hotel in a place where you don't know you're at. But it was pretty safe overall. Once we got to the hotel, the check-in was very smooth. They offered us lunch, gave us mimosas, took our luggage. It was very good. Then once we got our room key, we got in. The room is very spacious. A little bit of outdated interior design. This hotel is obviously really old, but still the space and the level of luxury provided, especially in the bathroom, I really enjoy it right now. The balcony of the room, I wish it was a little bit better than what it is right now. Although our view is on the ocean, the barrier of the balcony is so tall that you can't really see the ocean when you're sitting down on the chair. I kind of wish instead of making a concrete tall barrier, they should have just made it either metal or column wise, so you at least could see through the columns the ocean. Otherwise, the ocean view makes no sense because you have to lean over the barrier to see the ocean. You can't just sit down and enjoy your cocktail or maybe smoke some weed, whatever you're into, to enjoy the view. Now that we talked about the room, let's talk about the hotel itself. The interior of the front lobby needs to be renovated. Unfortunately, it just looks old, it looks outdated, it looks like it's been built in the 90s and it stayed being built from the 90s. And especially when you go to the next property that they have, which is Iberostar Grand Hotel, their lobby looks fantastic, and compared to that lobby, this lobby looks okayish. Now granted, the Grand Iberostar Resort in Jamaica is much more expensive and it's adults only, and that's the next point I wanted to talk to you about. In this all-inclusive resort, there are a lot of children and they are everywhere. They are running and screaming and falling, and honestly, you can't really relax when you're trying to put on sunglasses on and you're on the beach and someone's kid just running by you going, it's very difficult to relax in that type of situation. But Iberostar Grand is adults only. Now, adults only not in the sense that something shady and very adultish going on out there. No, it's simply just no kids. And the vibe of that hotel is so different compared to hotel that we're staying in now. And if I would go to all-inclusive resort in the future, I would definitely go to a resort that's adults only until I have my own kids and I'm ready for that type of verbal and auditory distractions. But until then, if you don't have kids and you are not planning to take any kids with you and you're young, maybe consider going to all adults only inclusive resort, and it might be a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it. It's a very different vibe, and to be honest, the price that I paid here I thought was a little bit too much. It came out to be about $180 a day with flight included, but it's also food included, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is, we're going to talk about it in a second. All the booze is included, also going to talk about it in a second, and everything is included, so it's pretty much you don't spend any more money. And to me, for 5 days vacation once a year, nah, you know what, I can deal with that. Last two things we're going to talk about is number one, food, number two, booze. Food here is absolutely amazing. You have a lot of varieties. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan, they will have all kinds of yams and potatoes and greens available for you. There's a lot of salad, nuts, and legumes available at all times, including breakfast, including lunch, including dinner. Now with booze, the situation is a little bit different because most liquor that they provide here is a very low shelf liquor. So if you're used to drinking Jack Daniels and $11 to $14 New York style cocktails, you will not enjoy this, because in these cocktails, first of all, they're too sweet, the liquor is too cheap, and there's too much sugar. I mean, you get buzzed, I guess, but if you're drinking to get buzzed, then this is a place for you. But if you enjoy drinking for the quality of alcohol, you will not enjoy the alcohol at this place. Granted, you can buy top shelf liquor here, but you're gonna have to pay extra.
They do have a gym at this hotel, which was closed at all times, probably because I was the only idiot who was trying to work out during her vacation. So because the gym was closed, I ended up doing some yogi-ish stuff by the pool. I couldn't find a yoga mat, so I had to be really careful to not get a splinter on this bridge. But it was very nice to just walk out in the morning before going and downloading stupid amount of food into your belly. Just, moving a little bit. I really enjoyed working out with the ocean view. Now, if you're one of the people who likes food and has hard time controlling themselves eating, and most of the time overeats if there is food available, you will have just as much of hard time as I did. Unfortunately, there's a whole room dedicated to desserts, and if you have a sweet tooth, you're not gonna enjoy it. This is the room where we ate in. There are 2 other restaurants on this property, but I didn't drag the camera with me the whole time, so this is the only one you will get to see. The views, as I mentioned, are amazing, and it is so worth to spend your vacation at least once a year in a beautiful place like this, and just dip your toes in the sand and enjoy yourself. Try not to gain 2 pounds in 3 days like I did, and then come back home working it all out. But aside of that, it was a wonderful vacation. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!